There's a very interesting dilemma I've seen under the sun, to use, the word of Solomon. That when a man is young and is attempting to do great things, there is always this air of people around you that makes them feel like you are too young. Why are you starting now? You're too young, you are attempting something, you are too young, you are too young, you are too young, you are too young, you are too young. And you might make the mistake of allowing that to get you. You see, you are too young, you'll be thinking 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 30, 31. You are too young. Sometimes, even to take responsibility in the church, the system makes it feel like you are too young. 40 is still regarded as a young man, where you life expectancy maybe at 80, 85 will say, hey, you've done amazingly. But that's not the main problem. It is that when by the time you are like 45, some of the things you probably want to do, then they begin to say you are too old. You could have started when you are 25. You could have started when you are 26. But then you wanted to start and then they made it fake like you are too young. Now you waited a little and then you are too old. Then when is the exact time you're supposed to start? Historically now, we had that Timothy was probably around 17 when he became the bishop of the Ephesian church. Now, I don't know with absolute certainty, but what I do know is that he was very, very young. He was a young man. And so Paul had to write to him in 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 12. I mean, he has been telling him these are the things you're supposed to teach, these are the things you're supposed to, he said, these things you command and teach. And then verse 12, he said, let no man despise thy youth. Rather, be thou an example of a believer in word, in conversation, in charity, in manner of life, in everything like that. So my point is, never let anybody make you feel like you are too young to do what God has called you to do. 18, 19, if you believe that God, there is a measure of the work of ministry that you're supposed to do, please contribute, do something. Now, I'm not encouraging unguarded zeal where you just say everybody's wrong, I can do it or something like that. No, but 18, 19, go ahead and learn very well, read as much book as you possibly can, and do something. Never feel like you are too young. Don't measure yourself by your age. Measure yourself by how much investment you have done. Are you reading? Are you learning? Do you have someone teaching you? Do you have someone mentoring you? Do you have someone over your life that can call you to order? If you make mistake, then go ahead and do something. There is ever no perfect time to start, and nobody will give you permission to start except God. So 22, you can do something. Yes, you can contribute. There is something you can do. So if God has been putting it in your heart, write a book, go ahead and write. Release a song. 17, 18, 19, you can. Yes, you can sing. Yes, you can. 20, you can put up that conference. Even if 50 people gather, that's great. Even if it is 20 people that gather, great. You are doing something, and then you do it again and again. We heard of this man, Charlie Kirk, that died. And of course, I know him very, very well before he died. I used to listen to a lot of his debates before he died. And after his death, I'm realizing that this man was just 31. 31. And have you been able to do this great? Until I began to see footages of the fact that at 18, he was already pushing the things he wants to push. And which means the organization was already about 13 years, even though he was just 31 years of age. That's something you cannot use money to buy. And there are things you may never know until you start doing something. So do something. Do something. Don't wait till you are 45 or you are 50. That time you also think like you have started earlier. You need the strength of your youth to be able to run certain errands. Even if you want to fail, use the strength of your youth to fail and learn and put yourself together and go ahead and do what God has called you to. That's my encouragement to you. Let no man despise your youth. Don't let anybody shut your mouth because they feel like you are young. Rather, be an example of a believer in words, in conversation, in charity. Learn, be a good person. Don't be a rash person. Don't be an untutored idiot that is just, blabbing about, but a cultured, well-respected Christian, groomed one that God is changing your life and transforming you. Please do something to contribute to whatever it is God has called you to do. That's my contribution to you today. God bless you. You can like, share, comment, and do something just so that this thing can be promoted to other people that might also find it benefiting. God bless you.